there, YouTube. All right, we're back with another quick hits video for you. Today, we're actually bringing back some John Bonham. We got Bonzo coming back for us today. And coincidentally, this is also another groove from a bridge in one of Led Zeppelin's songs. Led Zeppelin, so the song we're doing, the artist is Led Zeppelin. The song I'm going to be talking about today is How Many More Times, which is off of Led Zeppelin 1. And specifically, it's the bridge. There's kind of like multiple bridges to this song, but it's after the bow, like you hear Jimmy Page play the bow on the guitar. A lot of times I think online you'll find people refer to this section as called the Hunter, and that's related to the lyrics that Robert Plant's singing. The groove is really, really cool, and I wanted to just, on the pad here today, just break down, kind of how to play, a simplified version of what Bonzo's doing on the snare. I think this is great for beginners and intermediate players. You advanced players, I mean, you already know this, or you could easily figure it out on your own. But even if you're an advanced player, I think this is a fun groove to play. It's just fun. So what's going on? All right, so in this part of the song, there's a breakdown and the drums cut out, and then the drums come back in when they start to play this Hunter, little groove song. It's like I think it's like an old blues song or something like that, that they covered within their song How Many More Times. And so Bonham does this, there is a kick pattern with it, and I'm going to have in the description below a link to get the PDF transcription of this groove for you guys. But today we're just going to talk about the hands. So this is something that, the reason I like this pattern and why I chose, in this video, why I chose this Bonham groove, and why in the very first quick hits video we did, I chose that Bonham bridge from Fool in the Rain, is because I think, for beginners and even some of those like early intermediate players, working on some of these hand patterns on a practice pad in the comfort of your own home can be just a really great asset for developing, your ability as a drummer. And I was inspired to do this channel, after those couple of years of the pandemic, when people were stuck at home and maybe you didn't have an access to a drum kit, but you wanted to practice, being creative with stuff like this, like hearing a song and being like, all right, I don't have access to the kit, but I could work on that hand pattern. That's a great thing. And I saw a lot of my students, when I was, doing online lessons, saw a lot of my students, just continuing to develop as drummers, just using a practice pad and their sticks. And we'd even, you could even work on songs that way. And so I wanted to choose the first couple of quick hits, song grooves, that we come across here, to kind of, piggyback off of that era, which, feels like a long time ago, but it wasn't. It was only a couple of years ago, right? The pandemic. So, so that there was some kind of cool practice concepts that, we were able to create during a really challenging time in everyone's lives. So, all right, so let's get back to it. How many more times? The bridge. So our right hand is just going to be kind of playing eighth notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now what's really cool is there's kind of like a flam, so the rudiment, the flam, if you don't know what a flam is, here's some flams, right? So you've got a soft note followed by a loud note, soft note followed by a loud note, but it's not da-da. It's not like there's not a big pause. It's almost like, you want to think of them as falling on the same beat, but they're just a hair spaced off of each other. So Bonham uses the rudiment, the flam, within this groove. Now, where's he flamming? He's flamming on the accents of the backbeat on beats 2 and 4. So on 2 and 4, you've got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and you can hear the flam there. It just gives a louder crack, a fatter sound, and that's why Bonham chooses to do that. And then he adds some ghost notes in between, in his left hand, in between that eighth note pulse that we're playing with our right. So 1 and 2, E and 3, 4, 1 and 2, E and 3, E and 4. There it is. Boom, boom. 1 and 2, E and 3, E and a 3 and 4. Let's do it with the metronome. I got it set to 90. So the eighth notes, 2 and 3 and 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. I think, I'm going off of memory here, I think 90 beats per minute is kind of roughly where the band plays the Hunter on the studio recording of How Many More Times, but it could be give or take a few BPMs there. Maybe it's 80. I'm going off of memory here, but I was just kind of thinking about this groove the other day when I was jamming at the end of a practice session, and I thought it would be cool to do a video for you guys. And it's just a cool pattern. So the one of the things that I love about it, and again, for you beginners and even you kind of be early intermediate players, kind of getting that flam in on the backbeat of 2 and 4 is so cool. It really gives that fat kind of sound. The other thing is the groove is kind of half swung. So it's not straight in the sense that all the notes fit perfectly directly in the computerized grid of a 16th note subdivision. But it's also not completely swung like you're kind of playing some kind of swing or shuffly, blues or jazz thing. It's that in between, and that's one of the beauties of John Bonham's drumming, is he really kind of embraced and popularized that heavy half swing feel, certainly in rock music. So it's good to kind of capture that feel. So I encourage you to all listen to the song How Many More Times by Led Zeppelin, specifically find that bridge section after Jimmy plays the violin bow on the guitar. You'll hear they go into this whole new sounding song, it sounds like, and then at the very end they go back into How Many More Times. But I encourage you to listen to it, really study John's playing. It is truly awesome and remarkable. Again, in the description below, I am going to have a link to the PDF, which is free over on my local site, thedrumshed.locals.com. Most of the content over there on our local site is for supporters only. But there is free stuff over there. Our Drum Shed podcast is completely free on Locals, and the companion drum transcriptions and charts to all of our YouTube videos that require a transcription are free over on Locals. So the link below is for the PDF of this groove, and I'll include the bass drum pattern in there as well. It's a cool bass drum pattern, not too complex, really fun to play though. So you'll see that if you click the link below. All you have to do is put your email and create a password, but you're just becoming a member in our small kind of closed drum shed community. But it's free, like I said. Your email, it's not, you're not paying anything by putting your email in. It's just free. You're just becoming a member of the community. And if you choose to become a supporter, I would be incredibly grateful. All of my local supporters are what help me keep this thing alive and going. Not only there on Locals, but here on YouTube. So I am grateful for every one of you local supporters out there. All right, so that is it. That is, I tried to make this as a quick, short little video for you. It is called Quick Hits, after all. So John Bonham, drummer of Led Zeppelin, the bridge-ish-y part, kind of called The Hunter, I think, to their song How Many More Times off the Led Zeppelin 1 record. As always, it is an honor and privilege to be working with you here on YouTube. I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, please drop a comment below. I will get back to you as quickly as possible. If you need me to do a follow-up video, I'm more than happy to do that. And please, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, you might consider subscribing to the channel if you like what you see here, and hit that notification bell so you stay up to date on all of our YouTube-y doings and goings on here at the Drum Shed. So like, comment, share if you like it, enjoy it. I don't know, whatever. That's it. Great to be with you here today on the Drum Shed on YouTube. I hope to see you again soon, and I hope you have a very blessed day.